Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiva Drive, and today we have behind us the Tesla Cybertruck. This is the Foundation Series dual motor all-wheel drive, and on my left is the Rivian R1T dual motor performance. Both of these trucks are currently available and they are priced literally the same, just around the 130,000 Canadian mark, just over that. They are both dual motor. In terms of the battery sizes, we have 123 kilowatt hours with 510 kilometer rated range versus 135 kilowatt hours and about 550 kilometer range. So we're going to start with a walk around to show you the interior space of both cars. So perhaps we can start with the Rivian on my right. We'll pop the fronts of both so we can see the luggage space in both trucks. So let's start with the Rivian right now. Let us show you the interior space. You can just walk around closer, a little bit closer. So this is a very comfortable driving position right now for me. And let's see how in that same position, how much space you have in the back. You have the fixed glass roof in this Rivian. Just like in the Cybertruck, they are both fixed glass roofs. Let's do the back seat. So this Rivian has been upgraded, and thank you to Fraser, our friend, for letting us show you these cars. And by the way, this Rivian here, as you see it, it's currently for sale on Auto Trader. What's the asking price?
104.
104.
Yeah.
104,000. If you wanted to build this truck right now, you'd be at about 135 plus the upgrades. So you'd be you're saving quite a lot of money. The truck is only about 6 months old, more or less, and it has what kind of mileage does it have on it?
About 17,000.
17,000 kilometers. So it's a great deal. So let me jump in the back. Okay, so there you go. Quite a lot of space for legs. Quite a bit of headroom as well. I'm not touching the glass roof. Quite a lot of space in the back of the truck as well. Okay, let us show you the truck bed is actually longer so it's 4 feet in 4.5 feet in the Rivian, or it's 6 feet in the Cybertruck. So Fraser here actually, even though this truck is only 6 months old, he pre-ordered the Cybertruck even further back, and he decided to sell the Rivian and get the Cybertruck. The reasons for which we will discuss in a moment. So let's show you the bed. How do we pop the, same like on the Cybertruck. So these are manual gates. This one is an option, I believe, right? The tonneau cover, and this one is a manual. Originally, the Rivians came with the electric one. They had some issues with them, so they went back to a manual one. By the way, there's a nice cover for the tonneau cover, and you can put it kind of in the middle of the truck. So this is a manual one, but apparently now the electric tonneau covers are available again. This truck comes upgraded with dual roof racks, one for the truck bed and one for the roof. Maybe we can show as well how do we open this the side area. There we go. So the famous, no other pickup truck has this. Rivian has a huge storage area here, and this area here is perfect for luggage that you don't want to get wet, because as we know with most pickup trucks, the truck bed is never 100% waterproof, no matter how you slice it. So you lift them up manually. Okay, there we go, and we can let's show the interior space maybe first in the Cybertruck. There we go. So again, I'm here in a same comfortable position in the front seat. Fixed glass roof as well, very large windscreen with the fixed glass roof in the back, as we all know. And let's jump in the back now to compare the space in the rear. Okay, so here we are. Okay, I'd say that there's a little bit more space here in the Cybertruck for my legs. The headroom is about the same, very similar headroom in the back, and I'm 6'3" or 190 centimeters. Okay, so let's open the gate on the Cybertruck, and I think I remember it was somewhere here, one of those, this one here. So again, it's auto down, but then you have to lift it up manually. The big difference is that the Cybertruck comes standard with electric tonneau cover. On the Rivian, you have to pay extra for it, but this particular truck already comes with it. And then similarly to the Rivian, actually this is much lighter, so there must be some springs or hydraulics involved, because this is much lighter to pick up than the Rivian. And then you have the soft close. The Rivian doesn't have soft close, I don't think, right? Yeah, so you just have to slam it. Okay, so let's pop to both frunks, if you don't mind, and then we'll show the difference of the two frunks. You have to remind me how to pop the trunk. Oh, we just point to it, right? Right here?
Yeah.
Open frunk. And this is an electric frunk. On the Cybertruck, we have an electric frunk. How about the Rivian? Is this also electric?
Yep.
It's powered, right?
Yeah.
And there's probably a similar button on the dash.
Yeah, you can open it on the
Okay. So yeah, let's just open it here. Okay, so quite a bit different spaces. Here I'm pretty sure it's larger here in the Rivian than it is on the Cybertruck. The width is the same, but the frunk on the Cybertruck is much shorter. The whole front of the car is much shorter, so you can definitely put more stuff in the Rivian frunk than you can in the Cybertruck. There's also a substantial difference where the Cybertruck wins is on the length of the bed, as we mentioned, is 6 feet versus 4.5 feet on the Rivian. Okay, and to close it, is it electric again, or do we just press it down?
Yeah.
The same press? Okay, go ahead. Perfect. And same on the Cybertruck, there's probably a button somewhere. Oh, this one here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's about it for the walk around. Let's jump inside and take you for a spin and talk about both cars and the reasons why this owner has decided to switch from a Rivian to a Cybertruck. Okay, so here we are inside the 2024 Rivian R1T dual motor performance, and maybe we can show some of the user interface on the center screen. So it's kind of a similar idea to the Tesla, and it has two screens. The Rivian has the actual stacks, where the Tesla has gone away from the stack. So this is your gear shifter, and this is your wiper stack and controlling lights and such. So right now we're on the center screen, which displays the different driving modes. So tell us about the different driving modes.
Well, right now it's an all-purpose, and it's got a sport mode as well, which has higher acceleration, and also a snow mode. And then the all-terrain mode is for driving off-road, and it's got some additional
so basically,
height
you just change it for
suspension.
It changes this mode.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's in sport mode, so it probably lowers itself for sports mode.
Yep.
Then if you switch it to snow, it probably raises a bit. And I like the graphics, kind of the animated graphics are kind of cool.
Yeah, and then for all-terrain mode, you can go into off-road, and then it
goes all the way up.
up.
And you can feel the car, and you can see the car going up into the maximum height.
The height. But then also there's also all these statistics on your pitch and roll, and
so this is like a proper off-roader car.
Yeah.
So would you say that this is more geared towards off-road than the Cybertruck?
I think they're very similar. The Cybertruck has similar
The
modes.
modes as well. Okay, cool. So both of them offer one pedal driving that you can you modify the strength of regen in the Rivian?
I think you can, but I'm not actually sure.
That's okay.
It's got a lot of here's the regen here.
Okay, regen.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here
and
right
it's-
feel moderate, regen high, stability on. Okay,
Yeah,
so it
and-
can be adjusted
And
as
the
well.
regen is quite strong, actually.
Is there such a thing as an eco mode? So these are the 5 different modes, but there's no eco mode per se, right? In the Rivian.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. So the Rivian has slightly bigger batteries, so automatically the rated range is slightly higher as well. So this is 550 kilometers rated versus 510 on the Cybertruck. And again, the batteries were 135 approximately on the Rivian, 123 on the Cybertruck. They both do offer larger battery options. Rivian calls it the Max Pack. And originally, I think it was 180, but I think the size went down a bit on the Max Pack right now.
Yes.
And similarly, on the Cybertruck, you have the option. I don't know if it's available yet, but they basically occupy part of the truck bed with like an extra battery cells that's supposed to. But I don't think that option is available yet.
No, you can put in a reservation right now for one.
For one, okay, but it's not there yet. Okay, so that's being said, is there anything else like your navigation screen and everything is pretty straightforward, right? So everything is controlled through here. So
Yep.
this is the
There's also another neat feature when you're pulling a trailer. It will actually estimate based on the weight of it your range.
okay. So can it estimate? So based on the force needed to pull it,
Yes.
it knows the weight of the trailer.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and it'll adjust your range based on that.
Yep.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yep.
Does the Cybertruck have something similar to that?
I'm not sure actually.
Okay, that's too new. You just got it. Okay, okay, perfect. And then so the this is the standard screen. Oh, this is the home screen. No, the home screen is actually here, right?
Yeah, you just you have to go back to like the nav screen.
Okay, so yeah, basically that's the nav screen. Is there a consumption screen where you can kind of keep an eye on your consumption and such in the Rivian? It's probably somewhere there. There's probably a way to display it.
You know, I forget now.
You haven't driven it
I
in a while.
haven't driven it in a while.
In a while. That's okay, but I'm sure there's a screen where you can, just like on a Tesla, there's a screen that shows the consumption.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think once you drive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it might be showing. So actually, there's something here. This is in kilometers
sorry,
per kilowatt
that's
hour.
the consumption screen.
Yeah, the consumption ski is right here.
Yeah.
It shows in kilometers per kilowatt hours. Is there a way to switch it to kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, or is that the only display? This is
Not that
this
I
is
know of.
this is the GM style display, and the GM you cannot change it. So it's the same here. In Tesla, you can change it to both, either or.
Can you? Okay.
I think so, because I've always preferred the kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers.
So do I actually.
Yeah, it makes sense because we're used to liters per 100 kilometers, right?
Yeah.
But this is you can do the calculation.
So it was hard to compare the two efficiency wise
Because this one is in kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers,
Yeah.
and this one is in kilometers per kilowatt hour. Yeah, that's the GM thing. There's all the GM electric cars. That's what they display, and there's no way to change it, unfortunately. But that's fine.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously, because we've been sitting here for a while, it's showing a very high consumption at 2.22 kilometers per kilowatt hour. But I'm sure once you start driving, it's gonna be a little bit less. So okay, so let me just put it in gear. I'm keeping this mic in the middle between us because otherwise, if I keep it on myself, then the people won't be able to hear you. Okay, so so we are in the all-purpose mode, so that's fine.
You want me to hold it?
No, that's fine. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can modulate it between depending on who's talking, so that we can. There's a dual mic mode, but then each mic is on one channel, which is kind of we prefer not to have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the big difference, because we just drove the Cybertruck, is the steering. The steer by wire is quite amazing. It's like you said, it feels like a Formula One car because it's so sensitive. Minimal movements of the steering wheel, that kind of moves the truck quite a bit. So it takes some getting used to. Okay, so let's. So right now we're in all-purpose mode. Like we said, the acceleration on the dual motor performance Rivian is slightly better, so it's 3.5 seconds versus about 4 seconds for the Cybertruck. But I'm pretty sure both cars feel pretty quick. I'm surprised at how many of the Rivians we see. That in my neighborhood, both around our office, there's one R1S, and in near our house as well, there's a couple of R1Ss as well. So they're quite popular. I think, generally speaking, R1Ss are a little bit more popular than the R1Ts.
Yeah. I think so.
Which kind of makes sense. In the countryside, up north, we see more truck versions, more Ts than Ss. Let's see if they will let us in. No. No, they don't. No, they won't. Oh, of course. Yeah, kind of typical.
But
God forbid you drive a...
The one thing I wanted to say was that the difference between this and the Cybertruck is that in order to get the full acceleration out of it, you have to actually put it in sport mode.
In sport mode, okay. So right, this is the all-purpose mode?
Yeah, it defaults out of sport mode when you stop.
And it's one pedal driving obviously here as well, so it's in max regen. You like the one pedal driving just like I do.
Oh, I love it.
Junior here prefers coasting.
Oh, really?
He prefers the feel like of a regular automatic car, but his favorite is manual, of course. So, okay, so yeah, I mean, let's see if there's any difference. Let's put it in sport. They're both very quick, you know, like it's hard, unless you probably floor it, it's really difficult to feel a difference. There is a bit more sensitivity to the acceleration once you press the pedal.
Yeah.
But okay, so probably.
And you can adjust the suspension, whether it's soft or firm.
Okay. So the different kinds of. It's right here.
Yeah.
So this is soft now. Yeah. Okay. And then so once you feel firm. Right now it's firm.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So firm or soft. Okay. Regen is high. Standard low. Okay. So this will be almost like coasting. Gotcha. But even when you low regen, it's not creeping forwards, which is great. In the Tesla used to offer creep mode in just like the regular automatic cars. I'm not sure if it does that anymore.
I think they've gotten rid of that, but I could be wrong.
So right now, it's even though it's in the low region, it's still fairly substantial.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Yeah. To be honest, it's still quite aggressive, even in low region. Maybe less aggressive, but still quite aggressive. So you can definitely use it in one pedal driving mode in both settings. We're approaching the rush hour, unfortunately, so it's gonna get a little crowded.
Why don't you go up and turn right at the light on the service road?
Oh, then just go up here, or
just at the light.
Oh, right here on the right. Okay.
The service road won't be as busy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that. There's an EQS. Or EQE, I can't tell them apart. EQE. Yeah, from the back it's almost impossible to tell. EQE 450, we tested it as well. Okay, I think I'll try and cut in front of the Lexus. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. So this is the car that you're getting rid of. So we may as well kind of mention what were some reasons behind. This was pretty much just a stopgap for you, right? So you always wanted to get a Cybertruck.
Yes.
But because they were not available, this was available sooner.
Yep.
And that's why you went with the Rivian.
And the pricing was really good on with earlier reservation holders.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it was cheaper than it is now to buy.
To buy back then.
Yeah.
And what are some of the advantages? We mentioned the length of the truck bed is longer in the Cybertruck. What are some of the other? The four-wheel steering, obviously, on the Cybertruck is one big plus. Both cars offer adjustable air suspension, so that's basically the same. But the four-wheel steering, you mentioned, it makes a huge difference.
Makes a huge difference. The four-wheel steering makes the Cybertruck.
So we should just go straight?
Yeah. Go straight. It makes it feel like a sports car.
And also the steer-by-wire is quite something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
no... the combination of the four-wheel steering and steer-by-wire. So the steering feels like you're driving a Formula One car. Because you only ever have to turn the steering wheel 90 degrees, really, to turn.
Yeah, it's super sensitive. So here, there's no cars. We can try we're in sport mode, so we can try and stop. There's not too many cars behind us. Okay, so let's just try and. Yeah, definitely. You can feel the power, and the acceleration is amazing. And yeah, so the difference is so minimal. 3.5 to 4 seconds is literally like.
Yeah, they both feel very very fast.
Very sporty. Yeah.
And this vehicle really drives very nicely on the highway at high speeds. It's very, very smooth, which is one of the things I really liked about it.
But they are basically going to be cross-shopped quite a lot. Some people may have reservations about the future of the company, but I now, with their R2 and R3s coming online in the next couple of years, investment in the Rivian company. The Volkswagen just invested, I think it is $5 billion because they want their software. Okay, I thought it was a through street, but it's not. So let's show you the difference, because the turning radius of this car versus the turning radius on the Cybertruck. Okay, so let's just go back. This is where is going to be quite a difference, even though the length is very similar, but with the four-wheel steering, the Cybertruck is so much more maneuverable in tight situations than this Rivian. But this is still a great truck. So okay, that's go left. Okay, so yeah, again, if people are, there's an Ineos Grenadier. That company also announced an electric truck, but that's been delayed. There was a different name, or Ineos something else. And they're still thinking of launching it.
Left here.
Left here? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for the quick impressions of the Rivian. Hopefully one of these days Rivian will give us one of their vehicles to keep it for a week and do some proper testing to have the highway consumption. Have you measured like highway consumption, the city consumptions in both cars?
They're very similar. The thing about the Rivian is when they say you're going to get to your destination with a certain battery percentage, it's pretty accurate. And
more accurate than the Tesla?
Than previous Teslas, like the Model Y. Yes.
But do you think that this has been improved now on the Cybertruck? It's a little bit more accurate?
So far, it seems to be a little bit more improved.
Straight or?
Where are we? Go right. Yeah, sorry, go right.
There's a Q4.
Yeah. The Cybertruck efficiency is actually surprisingly good, given that it has all-terrain tires on it.
Yeah, a lot of the efficiency.
This one has the sport tires.
The sport tires, so larger rims and probably wider tires as well.
Yeah.
But they seem
to. And this is where we are here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You can go around the block if you want.
Yeah. Let's try to do that.
Go left.
Go left and left.
Yeah.
Maybe make it Huey.
Sorry.
So okay, yeah. So very similar.
Another thing I really like about the Rivian is the gear tunnel. There's a lot more kind of extra storage in this than on the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
With the bigger
bigger frunk
as well.
Extra storage in the middle, and so the bed is slightly shorter, but you know, it depends on your lifestyle. Do you really need that long bed all the time? So, but at least here there's a waterproof compartment where you can put quite a lot of luggage without worrying about it getting wet, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
and, I'm thinking it's actually probably in my mailbox at home, but I'm waiting for the NACS adapter for this, so I can charge the Tesla superchargers.
So, do they have their own, or do they use A to Z or one of the other one, Lectrons? Do you know who do they use for their adapters?
I'm not sure who they use, but I think it's affiliated affiliated with Tesla somehow, I think.
Yeah, and they were one of the first. They were one of the first non-Tesla EVs to get access to the supercharger network.
Yeah.
So that's quite practical. Soon, of course, by next year, way many other OEMs or EV manufacturers will have the access. But right now, Rivian was one of the first to get it, and that's a huge benefit.
Yeah.
Now, the Tesla owners pay less for the supercharger, obviously, right, than the non-Tesla EVs.
I'm not sure actually. I think you can get a subscription.
You can, yeah, unless you pay the
But-
subscription, and you're gonna be pretty much level with the Tesla owners.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to get here and then go left from there. Oh, she's on red, running on red. Shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so here we are back. So that's about it for the Rivian R1T. Let's jump into Cybertruck next and talk all about the advantages of the Cybertruck. And we're back. Okay. Okay, so here we are now in the other competitor and the vehicle that our friend Fraser here has chosen to keep. This is the 2024 Cybertruck Foundation Series dual motor. So as with all the other Teslas, all you have to do to start it is press on the brake. You have the auto gear. The car thinks that now it shows you that it chose the reverse gear. So this is the, what do you call it, the automatic gear selection?
Yeah.
With all Teslas have it now, pretty
They
much,
do, yeah.
right? Yeah. So it.
Well, the ones without the stocks. Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly. Okay. Yeah. Because there's no stocks. Yeah. All the new ones don't have stocks anymore, including the 3 and the Y and.
The Y still has the stocks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that.
They haven't announced the.
Oh yeah, because
the
we
one
did
yet.
the comparison with the Model 3 recently, so that one didn't. So probably during the refresh, the Y will lose its gear stock. Okay, so the car gas, of course you can override it by sliding it forward, so we can actually do that. We can override it. There we go, now we'll go forward. And yeah, so the one thing that right away you notice when you jump into the Cybertruck is the steer-by-wire. I mean, it's phenomenal. It takes some getting used to. So just imagine that minimal movement turns the wheels. And of course, because you have the rear wheel steering, which the Rivian doesn't have.
And you can see the rear wheel steering in the camera.
Wow, yeah, you can see it like right there.
Like when you turn it back and forth. Yeah.
And it's just minimal movement. So it's basically, yeah. So this is it. It's not even 180, right? It's less than 180.
Yeah. So whenever you're driving, you never have to take your hands off of the steering wheel.
Unlike some of the other cars, yeah. So like the yoke on the S, you still have to do quite a bit of turning. Where this is with the steer-by-wire, it's a what do you call it? Infinitely variable steering, basically. So it changes the ratio according to your speed. So at low speeds, it has a. So yeah, when you're driving, so we'll do it this. No turn signal stock. Let's just go here.
So yeah, just always hold your hands on in the 9 and 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the sound of the electric motors is different in each car. They all have their distinct electric motor sounds, and you can hear them. Probably not through the microphones, but the motors sound a little bit different in each of the electric cars. So in terms of the modes on the Cybertruck, you have the same as all the other Teslas. It's chill and normal, pretty much, right? Yeah. So there's no sport mode, there's no eco mode, just the chill and normal mode.
Yeah, there's.
So this one comes with FSD, but you just got the FSD, right?
It did, yeah. So there's chill and standard.
Chill and standard, that's right, yeah. And
And
then,
there's the ride handling, relaxed and focused.
okay, and the ride height right now, okay, so it lowered itself automatically right now because we started in the highest mode. So as we started driving, so that highest mode is probably only for off-roading. It probably works only up until a certain speed, and then beyond a certain speed, it just lowers itself to the normal height or lower height, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. And so the FSD that you just got, it was just uploaded to the car very recently, you mentioned, right?
Yes. Yeah. And that's one thing I did miss about
on the Rivian.
On the Rivian, yeah.
So the Rivian comes with adaptive cruise control with auto steer, which is also hands-free, you mentioned?
Yes.
But it's not as good as the FSD. This is way beyond.
It's restricted to certain highways.
Okay, so it's geo-locked. Okay.
Yeah. So on one of the highways that I travel a lot, Highway 11, it wasn't
So the moment you split off from the 400 and you go on 11, the hands-free stops pretty much. Okay.
Yes.
I've seen quite a lot of Rivians on the way to Muskoka because I use the 400 as well before it splits into the 11. And there's a lot of owners in Muskoka driving the Rivians. But now, of course, you see more Cybertrucks because they're starting to get delivered. And there's quite a few that got delivered here. But in Barrie had a lot of deliveries happening as well with the Cybertrucks. So I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of them up north as well. Mm-hmm. So I guess the north service is probably safer at this time.
Probably. It's up to you, but yeah.
You can use the same road. Yeah, this steering is quite something. Just a little bit. Okay. Oh, it's the. Love the sound of the electric motors. Really nice and sensitive.
And the other thing about the Cybertruck is the suspension is a lot quieter and smoother than on the Rivian.
Okay, so here we have one way. We have to wait at the lights. So basically some of the advantages are the longer bed on the Cybertruck if you need that.
Yeah.
The FSD it's unparalleled, obviously, and the four-wheel steering is a huge thing. The four-wheel steering connected with with the steer-by-wire, which requires minimal movements of the steering wheel when parking, makes it much more maneuverable when parking and in tight situations and such. So for a similar price, you're getting a lot of truck, and it doesn't feel like a truck necessarily because of that, right? Yeah. Because of the maneuverability of the car. So yeah, no, it's quite impressive, you know, the technology here, it's everything else. Still, the Rivian, you know, some people may prefer a Rivian because it looks more like a classic truck. The looks of the Cybertruck are very controversial, so not everybody likes the looks of it. I'm parked a little close to the lines, but so anyways, so that's why maybe some people will prefer. So in terms of the off-road ability, in your opinion, they should be very similar because there's various. Maybe you can show us the various modes for driving the Cybertruck. It has.
We can't really go off-road
mode, okay,
right
because
now, because you have to put in park and.
Okay.
But it's got just as aggressive modes as the Rivian, if not more. For example, there's a rock extraction mode. So if you get hung up on a rock or something, you can actually raise it
for
even
a few moments to get out. To get out, which is even higher than the mode we were just in, basically, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. And otherwise you can, and it shows you the height for going into garages and parking garages and stuff.
Yeah.
It actually shows you the current height, which changes obviously with your suspension settings.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the same thing in the same spot. We'll try and slow down without affecting the traffic. So just slow down and then kind of just floor it there. Some traffic behind us, maybe I won't be stopping, but We just do a rolling start.
Yep.
The sound is amazing. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's quite amazing. So again, very similar pricing on both, unless you want to go to the Cybertruck. But I'm guessing there's probably like quad versions. I'm not sure if Rivian is still showing the selling the quad versions. So you can probably the Cyber Beast is around 168,000. Once you spec the Rivian at the top spec, probably it's going to be quite similar, above the 150 mark. So the question is, the future, which seems to be quite assured now with the recent investment by Volkswagen for Rivian. Tesla's been around for over 10 years now. Everybody knows that they're making money. This is where we're gonna try and turn around to show the difference in the same exact spot. See if we can turn this truck around without doing a 3-point turn. Let's see how it works. All right. Almost, definitely much tighter turning than the Rivian, thanks to its four-wheel steering. So we almost made it. Are we in reverse? We should be in reverse now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we almost made it. They definitely can feel the difference in the turning radius between the Cybertruck and that's one huge advantage of the Cybertruck over the Rivian. So we're gonna go back in the same road. It's pretty open now.
So the biggest thing to try to get used, the hardest thing to get used to was the turn signals with the buttons. That's probably the my least favorite thing about the truck.
Mm-hmm.
But when you learn actually how to put your finger on it, you put your finger all the way across it with the ridge in the middle, and use the bottom, the middle of your thumb for down, and the top for up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It actually becomes a lot more intuitive.
And so the other thing is here you have the regular tiny little mirror, which only works when you have your tonneau cover open in the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
You just see enough through the open tonneau cover.
Yeah.
So while the tonneau cover is closed, you automatically have this display in lieu of your reverse camera, basically.
Yeah. And you can actually adjust the spot.
Oh, okay. You can actually keep it here, which kind of makes this is kind of the logical spot.
The new update, apparently, you can actually pinch to
enlarge it.
Oh, okay. So because I find it a little bit small, especially at nighttime when it's raining and it's really hard to see. But during the daytime, it's fine. I would just like it a bit bigger.
At night, it's okay as well. The looks. I mean, you can see it quite well at night as well. It's pretty good. Quality of the camera.
It's not quite as good as during the day, which is why I would like it a little bit bigger.
Bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Especially for people certain age.
Yes.
And that's why for me, for example, the digital mirrors don't work very well because my eyes can't focus correctly on the digital mirror here.
I definitely need to wear my glasses when I'm in here. But the one thing, the full self-driving, I was using it in the snow and the rain, and even when the cameras looked like you couldn't see very well out of them, it was following the lanes, no problem.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually getting quite amazing.
So FSD is getting better and better every year, if not every month, with every update, pretty much.
Yes.
And that's the amazing part. So you're able to pretty much drive hands-free from here to the split between 400 and 11, and then you basically take over. You still have the lane keeping, but you have to keep your hands on the.
No, not now with this.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry, that was the Rivian.
Yeah.
So, but on the Cybertruck, even on 11, it stays in the hands-free.
Yeah.
In FSD.
Yeah.
So it'll navigate to your cottage. No issues.
No problem. The only annoying thing now is that it's very particular about you casting your gaze out the front. And if you start looking at the screen for
too much,
it actually tries to cut you off.
Where are the sensors here? Some were probably here.
The camera's right here.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, I find it overly restrictive now, actually, because sometimes you're trying to
do
find
something
music,
on the screen,
and
or
if you look at the screen for
3 seconds,
more than a couple of seconds, it starts.
One,
to get mad
one
at
of
you.
the cars, one of the other electric cars, which just had the same thing. The Volvo EX30.
Yeah.
It has the monitors are right here in the dashboard, in between kind of your steering wheel, and same thing. Everything is on the center screen. There is no dashboard. Everything is on the center screen like here, and so you have to control everything through the center screen. And yet, when you look away for more than 3 seconds, it'll beep at you and send you warnings and to pay attention. So that's the thing with these monitoring systems. Until we get into level 3, level 4, whatever it is, where you don't have to pay attention, then which is it's gonna happen.
But the thing is, this truck is a step backwards in terms of wanting to use full self-driving, because I actually like driving it so much. So there's like this.
So you don't use the FSD that much when you're on the highway?
Well, I do, but I've only actually gone on a couple of highway trips. But around town, it's so much fun that it just I don't want to use FSD quite as much as I do on the other vehicles.
So we can mention here that basically in terms of the feature comfort, steering wheel is offered on both. Heated seats front and back are offered on both, and the seat cooling is also offered on both, just for the front. The cooled seats are only in the front, I believe, right?
Maybe you're. Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Front and rear.
Yeah, I think there's no cooled seats in the rear.
Yeah, in the rear, just in the front, right?
Yeah. So you can
cool auto, okay. And you can have it on auto so that the car will decide itself whether it needs cooling or heating.
Yes.
Okay, so it's again very similar, but now I get it. And we have to mention here that you've been a Tesla owner from the get-go, from the very early Model S's back. It was what, 2012? No, not 12. Was it 12? 2012?
Yeah, 2013.
13, sorry.
Yeah.
So we have to mention that we met Fraser at the Golden Horseshoe Electric Vehicle Association meetings that started basically around how do we cancel the?
Do you want to go left?
Or where should we go?
Left.
Left. Okay.
If we're going back.
Yeah. So once you have the indicator on, how do we turn it off? Press again?
Yeah.
Same button?
Yes.
Okay, because I wasn't sure.
And the thing too is that when you're changing lanes or turning a corner, it will actually turn off by itself.
Oh, okay, yeah. So once it'll cancel itself when it detects the steering wheel movement.
Yeah.
But in order to cancel, you just press the same button again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy enough. Another Tesla behind us. Oh, so it switches the view to the left when you have the indicator on.
That's one thing I think they have to fix is sometimes when you're turning, you still want to see behind you, in case someone's
exactly
coming
right
up behind you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll.
This kind of reminds me of some of the Hyundai Kia Genesis cars, which as soon as you turn the indicator on, it shows you the little circle. It shows you the side camera. I think it's still further down, right? Your street. Okay. Actually, no, we're not going to your street. We're going back to the parking lot where the Rivian is. So let's go back to the left lane. All right. So both amazing trucks. It really depends on your personal taste and lifestyle. If you need more storage, a longer bed, if you mind the design of the Cybertruck, the more traditional car buyers or truck buyers will probably steer towards the Rivian, where this is more avant-garde design that doesn't appeal to everyone, but it has a lot of things going for it, and that's why you also being a Tesla owner for many years, you have a lot of confidence in the brand, and you were waiting for the Cybertruck, and now is the time to, once you got your Cybertruck, to say goodbye to the Rivian, but you were still pretty happy with the truck. No issues with it over your ownership.
I didn't have any issues with it, and it was a great truck.
So it's not sitting down. So it's still up in the high position where we left it. So you can activate the comfort access in both trucks, pretty much, meaning that if you are leaving the truck, it'll sit down, and then once you turn the car on, it goes up. So both of these cars have that option of the comfort access,
so
because
you don't really need running boards.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because you have the air suspension. So otherwise, we were trying to get in when it was in its highest position. It's quite high,
it is,
so it's not very comfortable, you know. Okay, well, perfect. So thanks very much, Fraser. And again, you can find the R1T that Fraser owns. It's for sale now on AutoTrader. So if anyone, you can just search on AutoTrader. Is there any specific, if they want to look for yours? It's an R1T 2024 dual motor performance. It's a silver color with a lot of upgrades, right?
There's only 3 for sale, so.
Oh, there you go. So yours is one of the 3,
in Ontario.
And it has the upgraded the tonneau cover, manual tonneau cover, and it has a dual, not sunroof, the dual
Cargo crossbars.
Dual crossbars, both on the roof and on the truck bed. Yep. Well, thanks very much for letting us shoot both of your cars. Good luck with the sale, and if anyone has any questions, please post your questions in the comment section, and we'll be happy to answer, whether us or Fraser, who will have access to the video as well. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you at next review. Okay, so just before we go, we wanted to show you the gigantic front wiper, the Cybertruck in action. And in order to make it work for a single wipe, if you need it, and it's in auto mode, as with all Tesla. But if you need a single swipe, you press on the button here. Wow! Oh, that's quite aggressive. That's almost scary. So this basically, it has the washer in it, right? So basically it washes.
If you hold it, it washes.
Okay, so let's try again.
Which you did a little bit there, but yeah.
And it has the nozzles built right into the huge wiper. Wow, that's amazing.
It's actually a bit of an issue.
Oh, really?
In the with the salt on the windshield.
Mm-hmm.
The windshield washer fluid isn't cleaning this part of the window very well. So,
okay, so that's good to know. But yeah, it's quite something to see this.
But like they did with the early Model S, it's just a software update to
they can fix it,
to add more fluid.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks again. Okay, cool. We're